Hey, it's Mike, and today I want to talk about what looks like the second wave of COVID that's coming in. What you're looking right at here is a chart of new cases throughout the entire United States. And as you can see here, we had a bump here in July, and now we're getting another bump here that looks like it's breaking through the peak that we had in July. So there's a lot of new cases of COVID. We're getting into cold weather season. There was news that Pence's staff, like several members of his staff, just got tested positive. So I do believe as the cold front comes in, the cold weather comes in, along with flu season, we're going to have a bigger, deadlier second wave of the COVID. It's kind of like the Spanish flu. The first wave killed a lot of people, but it was the second wave that ended up killing millions of people. Spanish flu had killed anywhere from 50 million to 100 million people. I think the total deaths worldwide for COVID is now at 1 million. Who knows how high it could go with the second wave. However, if you are in investments, you may be wondering, well, what do I do with my investment portfolio if that second wave comes? And it looks likely that it's going to come. So I think the best thing to do right now is use what worked last time as far as stocks are going to go. So I'm going to look at three stocks that worked really well during the last sort of shutdown. Now, one stock I'm going to look at might be controversial because Jeremy from Financial Education said that he's going to short this stock. However, if we do have a second wave, I do think Peloton will continue to move up. Now, if you look at Peloton right now, it's kind of peaked and it's moved down, but I think it's moved down because it had this sort of parabolic rise, especially in the last month. It went from 82 to 116. So I think it's just going to gap down to half these gains. But I do think by December and January, if we do have a lot of cases, obviously people who are into their bodies and want to work out, they're going to want to buy Peloton, and the holiday season is a good excuse to buy Peloton bikes. I do think this is a stock that has a lot of potential to move higher after it has a little dip, but I would definitely put it on your list. I don't think this stock is over by any terms right now. The next stock I want to look at that's worked really well is Zoom, the video conferencing service. It does have a really hefty market cap. It's 145 billion. If you look at its move, it's had a ridiculous move. In the last 6 months from 164 to 500. That's pretty much almost a triple. It has peaked up from a high of 568 back down to 511. But if you look at the last month here, it did have sort of an accelerated move upward where you could see it was in here in mid-August, from mid-August to mid-October, so it's a 2-month period, it doubled. So it may move down a little bit just to work off some people maybe got some short-term profit from Zoom. They may be taking profit, but if that second wave hits and if it's worse than the first wave, no one's going back into the office and everybody's going to have to use Zoom. So that's just going to give Zoom more momentum to continue to move upward. So I definitely would put Zoom on your list. And finally, I want to take a look at Grubhub because this is another stock that can benefit if all the restaurants are going to be closed. This is a 6-month chart. It almost doubled in the last 6 months. It didn't have those parabolic moves like Peloton and Zoom. However, I do think there's a potential if everything's shut down. All these restaurants can't. They still have to stay in business, so they're just going to go back to going 100% takeout again. And obviously, a company like Grubhub is going to benefit greatly from that. I'm located in Florida, and they've gone back to 100% capacity at restaurants. If we have another spike, that they're going to have to shut down all those restaurants from dine-in service, and they're going to have to go 100% delivery. So definitely Grubhub will benefit from that. I think maybe the reason why it's gone down is that more restaurants were opening up their dining rooms. But however, I think that can reverse soon as the cold weather hits. So those are the three stocks I would look for in a second wave of a shutdown. Peloton, stock symbol PTON, Zoom, stock symbol ZOOM, and Grubhub, stock symbol GRUB. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to leave a like, go ahead, share, and subscribe. Thanks a lot. Bye.